Hey guys, it's GameFace here and welcome back to episode 2 of my Tottenham career mode. Now in today's episode, we're going to be continuing on with the transfer window, but we've also hopefully going to get to the first game of the season, the first league game, because sadly in the previous episode, we did get knocked out of the friendly tournament that we're part of. But before we get into things, I first of all want to thank you all so much for your support on the previous episode. Last time I checked, we had about 39 likes, I think it was, which is incredible. So if we could go ahead and try and hit 30 likes on this video, that'd be really appreciated. Try and get it up there yet again, then that'd be absolutely fantastic if you could go ahead and do that. And also I appreciate those that are watching the series despite not being Tottenham fans, and some of you even being Arsenal fans as well that are watching still. So I really do appreciate that. I am going to try and make this a really good series for everyone, no matter what club you support. So this is what I'm going to be doing this episode. I actually won't be signing that many big names, to be honest, in this episode. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think we have a very good team at the moment. You left some really good suggestions in the comments below. And one guy mentioned that I should try and get rid of Lamella. And potentially that's something I'll do in January as I try and get in George's Kevin and Gudu, or something like that. The winger who has recently joined a club already. So we're going to try and get him in January. So in terms of other players, I don't think we need to get in that many other players. The only players I can really think of are young talent, so trying to get in some younger players. But again, I don't know if it's really necessary. We've got quite a good squad here. I want to try and keep Ryan Mason. There's a couple of players that are potentially going to be leaving us, but not that many, to be honest. But two players I'm looking at in particular is Tolisso from Lyon, and then we've also got, is it Iofara, is it something like that? I'm not too sure how you pronounce his name, but he's an up-and-coming right-back at Wolves, and he seems like quite a good player, showing great potential. So we're going to keep an eye on those two, we're going to scout them, see what they're like, and potentially we try and sign them on a loan to a view to a permanent or whatever we decide to do in the end. But in terms of other big players, I don't think we're going to make any more signings this episode, so we probably will get into the first league game of the season. We're going to see how we get on though with trying to get rid of some of those players as well, because we've got a bid in here, or we've got an offer in for Luke Amos, one of our young CDMs. We're going to send him off to Doncaster for a year, try and get some experience, try and get a little bit of growth on him as well. It'd be nice to see him return around 60 overall, that'd be quite good. We're also going to do some more player development as well when that approaches, but we've got a bid in from Man.United for Josh Onoma. Is it Onoma? Something like that. But again, I think we are just going to reject that. We're not too interested in getting rid of him at all. Looks like a really good talent. He will get into the team at some stage of the season. Hopefully get a bit of a go in a couple of times. I'd say he'll probably be playing around 10-15 games, I'm hoping, this season. So we'll see how that goes. We've also got another transfer offer in for another one of our youngsters we will send out on loan. A lot of players going out on loan. But what we're now going to focus on is the player development. We've got quite a few players here to try and develop. We've got 5 who are hopefully going to be going up a bit more in attributes now, because we've had a couple of weeks of them just trying to get them closer to going up. Now they should start to go up a little bit, and we have got a couple of players that are going up in attributes. Harry Kane, his agility I think went up there, and Dele Alli might have gone up on his dribbling. But we need to try and get them up, going up in overall as well. That's going to be key to obviously success this season. Arsenal have signed Pogba for 50 million. Not the most realistic signing you'll ever see. We've got a transfer offer in for Dele Alli, another player I'm not interested in getting rid of. It's Watford. What a very unrealistic signing that would have been, but we will again reject it, obviously. And we've got the scout reports back, or at least got one of them back on one of the players I'm looking at. 69 overall, and 20 years old. He looks really good. 6'4", really tempting to put a bid in for him. I think it seems like the right thing to do. We've got Kieran Trippier obviously at the moment as another right back. But to be honest, I'd rather have this guy, who we can try and develop a little bit. I don't know how much Kieran Trippier is worth. Let's have a little look. Hopefully I've not gone past him. I probably have gone past him. He might have recently just signed, so we might not be able to get rid of him actually, Trippier. But if we can, try and put him as part of the deal. I can't even see him. I think he might well have recently joined, so we won't be able to get rid of him as part of the deal. We can certainly try and put in a bid. I think we'll go with 2 million. See what Wolves say to that. And we've also got another scout report back on Will Hughes, which was a player that moved to Man City in the previous episode. Someone that again we'll continue to look at, but not someone I'll be putting in a bid for now, obviously, because he's recently joined. And the scout report is back on Tolisso, 76 overall. Very good for a 20-year-old. He looks like a very talented player. Someone that we're definitely going to be looking at. Potentially as an alternative to Bentaleb, possibly. He might well be leaving Tottenham in real life, so even though I said in the previous episode that I want to try and keep him, obviously obviously, if there's a better alternative, then we'll move for that. If we have a look at Bentaleb, same age, he's just 74 overall, so Tolisso could be an interesting signing for us. We might actually put in a bid, see what Lyon say to that. They should be happy with Bentaleb, I would imagine. But I'd quite like to get in Tolisso. It'd be a good option for us off the bench. Be rivaling, obviously, Ryan Mason as well to try and get into the team. He's 24 years old. Would it make more sense to get rid of Ryan Mason as part of the deal? I think it's difficult to say. I know that Ryan Mason's got good long shots. I don't know. Do I get rid of him? Try and bring in Tolisso? It's a difficult one. You left some good suggestions for CDMs in the comments below as well in the previous episode. But it's difficult because we don't have a huge budget left now after we made a couple of bigger signings in the last episode. So I might well go for, I think, Ryan Mason, just because I think they're similar sort of players. So we're going to go with that, similar sort of height as well, and style. So we're going to try and put in Ryan Mason as part of that. And he's worth, what was it, around 3 million? Yeah, 3.8. So I think on top of that, we'll go with another 3.5 and hope that Lyon agree to that. Okay, Wolves have accepted the bid of 2 million for their right back. You're going to have to tell me how to pronounce his name in the comments below of this episode, just so I know for the future. We're going to go 5-year deal, just to make sure that he definitely stays on a long contract, and obviously you'll give him plenty of time to grow. We'll go squad rotational player as well. I think that's fair. Some might have argued maybe a sporadic first team player that might have been better, but I think we'll go with that for the long term. And we will agree to send out another one of our youngsters. I think that's the same team that we sent another one out to. So a couple of players gone out there now. We've got monthly scouting updates coming back from, I think, France and England. A couple of French players here, but none so far that look particularly good. We'll sign him up. Sissako looks decent. We'll sign him up as well. There's a couple there, actually, that don't look too bad. I don't usually scout France, so it's quite good to see some different players. English players don't look too bad. I've got one that was good right at the start. A couple there, again, that look fairly decent. We'll take a better look at those, obviously, as the week goes by, as the weeks go by. But we've got some decent players to start off with here. Don't think there's too many players that stand out massively. But this guy, 60 overall, not bad. We'll continue to try and train them up, I would imagine, in the weeks ahead. Okay, here we go. This is what I'm going to do for this week's. I basically kept to the same 4 players and then got rid of Harry Kane, who's actually just gone up recently. Don't think it was anything to do with the training, though. I don't think he went up from that, but he has just gone up naturally. So we brought in one of the youngsters from the Youth Academy, trying to train him up and see how he gets on this week. Nearly gets an attribute going up there, and again, some decent growth from everyone else, but nobody going up in overall just yet. Okay, Lyon have actually said unacceptable. They're not interested in the player included, and the cash amount is not enough. They're also in talks with Real Sociedad, and they've received a bid of 6.5 million from them. So we're going to have to reevaluate that, have a little look again. If they're not interested in Ryan Mason, then maybe they will be interested in Bentaleb. I think Ryan Mason makes more sense. It does make more sense, although he's English, and also I'm trying to make sure that we have plenty of English players in this team that we've got. So we might go Bentaleb and maybe up it to 4 million. See what they say to that. And there we go, he's accepted the contract. We do sign Dominic as our new right back. Obviously not going to be getting into the first team, not yet anyway. He'll get in there occasionally, but he won't be overtaking Kyle Walker for that first team place. It's more for the future. I think it's a Pochettino type signing, but that does mean that Walker-Peters is maybe not going to have too much of a future, especially not at right back, potentially at left back. I wouldn't rule that out. He did play there, I think, in one of the friendlies that we did. So wouldn't rule him out as a potential left back replacement at some point, but looks unlikely at right back now. Now we've got in Dominic. And again, they've come back and said not interested in the player. They really don't want Bentaleb or Ryan Mason, so we don't really have enough money to get him in by himself. So we might have to leave that one until next episode, when I've got a better idea of what you guys think of potentially getting him in. Do you think it'll be a good deal or not? But yeah, we might have to just leave that one there for now. Okay, on to the Man.United game. This is the team I'm going to go with. We've got Lloris in goal, Walker, Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Rose, Dyer, Ali, Dembele, Ben Yedder, Eriksen and Harry Kane. So only really one change to the starting 11 from obviously bringing in Ben Yedder. I might well bring in Lamela occasionally, but I think we're going to go with Ben Yedder for this match. Just try and give us a bit more finishing ability, I suppose, in those centre attacking mid positions. That's the bench I've gone with. Obviously, we've got in our new signing there, Ngulu, on the centre-back position, and I think it looks quite a strong bench, to be honest. Plenty of options there if we need them. Wanyama, obviously, could come on, and same with Janison. Let's see how he gets on against Man.United in the first league game of the season. And it's going to be an away match as well, so it's probably going to be quite a tough game, this one, as you probably expect against United. But I think we've got enough in this team to try and beat them if we can. Harry Kane up front, not usually a fan of him up front, but we'll give him a go. Obviously, want to try and use him for obvious reasons. But yeah, we'll see how he gets on in this first match. Here we go, we're at Old Trafford. Tough match, this one. Opening game of the season seems to have come very quickly with us having those friendlies, or going out of the friendlies so quickly. So we'll see how he gets on. It's going to be a tough match. I'm just hoping that they've got no surprises in the team that I wasn't really expecting. And we just need to make sure that we get our passing style going a little bit here. I think they've got the new signings. I'm pretty sure I put them in, so they might well have Zlatan on the bench. As you can see there, Mkhitaryan. So most of the teams have the big names added to their squads. So it might well be that we see Zlatan at some point in this game. Eriksen looking for Ben Yedder. Ben Yedder, can he have a go here? Oh, it's a good save. Maybe should have looked to Harry Kane on the left-hand side of him. I didn't really know whether I could get it to him, to be honest. And it's a good start from us. Managed to open them up there. We just need to make sure that defensively we're quite solid. Harry Kane through to Ben Yedder. He's trying to get an across back to Harry Kane if we can. He is in there, and it's gone wide, sadly. But I think out for a corner. Must have got a little bit of a touch off Daley Blin, I think it was. Ben Yedder now to cross it in. Vertonghen's up there. And, oh, so close. Nearly 1-0, 25 minutes in. Oh, Rooney's through to Fellaini. Should be 1-0. Doesn't finish that one off well at all. Harry Kane looks for Eric Dyer. He's getting forward well here. Eric Dyer, can he play it across? What the hell is that? Why would I want it there? There was a perfect little pass option there. Oh, that's disappointing. And we probably should be winning this game, but we're not. It's 0-0, half-time. And I think we'll keep the team the same going into the second half. Harry Kane looks for Eriksen. Now needs another player on that side. Ali might well be that player. Going to cut in on his right foot. Ali! Oh, just wide. Good start to the second half though, but just not quite enough into the corner. Okay, two changes. We're going to bring on Wanyama and Lamela. That means to take off Eric Dyer and Harry Kane. Just going to rotate the team around a little bit. Harry Kane was getting a bit tired. 30 minutes left. Just also thought I'd try out Wanyama as well in midfield. See how he gets on with that. And yeah, hopefully we can get ourselves a goal, because at the moment it's going to be a draw. Need Eriksen to try and produce something here. Oh, so close. Good save by Dyer. Eriksen out to Lamela. Going to try and cut inside on his left foot. Lamela, come on. Oh, not gone in again. Desperately trying to find a goal. It doesn't look like it's going to come. And that's it. We've drawn the game 0-0. Oh, one of those matches where it shouldn't really be 0-0, because we've had that many good chances. But that's the way it's finished. We've had 7 shots, 3 of them on target. Obviously not enough on target there, but I still think we should have really made it 2-0, I'd say. Maybe 2-1 if you could count their Fellaini chance. I mean, that's their only chance they've really had, to be honest, to score. But it is 0-0. A point from the first game isn't horrendous. We could have obviously lost. It's a tough match against United. I'm sure they'll be quite near the top with them having Zlatan, obviously Bailey, Mkhitaryan. I'm sure they'll sign a few others. So, not too disappointed on that one. Obviously, it'd be nice to have won it, but we didn't in the end, and we got ourselves a point. Also, been scouting this French guy as well, another midfielder. Just seems to be good, developing well, 19 years old, 72 overall. We'll leave him for now, though. Just curious as to what overall he was, potentially for January, something like that. On to some player development, and we're going to go with the exact same 5 players again this week. Try and get them going up, especially that guy in the academy. He has gone up on a few of the attributes, in fact all 3, but Bentaleb is the one that goes up in overall, 75 overall now, so looking good. And we're going to try and move on to the next game, look at the emails before the next match, but I don't think we'll have time to play it in this episode, sadly. Okay, transfer offer in for Chadley, 8.5 million. I'll be interested to see what you guys think about Chadley. Do I keep him or let him go? Obviously there's a couple of people calling for Lamela to be let go. Do I let Chadley go? Not really too sure. He's obviously only 78 overall, 26 years old. 8.5. I think that's difficult, really. 8.5 doesn't seem enough. His value's 7, but the chief executive reckons we could get as much as 10.9. I think for now we'll stall it. Let me know what you think about that one in the comments, and see whether you think I should get rid of Chadley or not. And I think we'll sim our way to the Stoke City match as well. Because that is the next match which we will play in the next episode, I believe. So, yeah, let's see, is there any more emails before we end things? I don't think there will be, but we'll find out. Transfer offer in. for Kyle Walker Peters. Obviously not the Kyle Walker. To Blackpool, 1 year loan. I think we'll do that. We don't really need him now. We've got another right back at the club. So I think that's fair enough to do that. And he goes out on loan. So yeah, we'll see next episode what I should do with Chadley. Do I get rid of him or not? Let me know in the comments below. But you'll be happy for, well, the Spurs fans will be happy anyway. The Arsenal fans not so happy. We are slightly ahead of Arsenal because they lost their match. Not really too sure who they played, but it appears that they lost it 2-1, and it seems like it was to Leicester, I think, although there's a couple of different teams it could have been. But yeah, that means we are ahead of them in 12th. Man.United played 2 games, and they lost the other match. So yeah, we might have a chance to try and get even further ahead of them in the next episode against Stoke. That is it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. If we go ahead and hit 30 likes on this video, that'd really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. If you could go ahead and join the club. We are very close to hitting 4,000 subscribers, so if you could hit the subscribe button, I'd really appreciate that. It's just one click of a button, and that'd be brilliant if you could do it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for Leeds United episode. Thanks, and goodbye.